Hello everybody, my name is Aaron and today we're going to discuss the issues with Axis and Allies 1941. This is the game they made to get Axis and Allies in everyone's house. Axis and Allies is normally fairly expensive and they made this one as inexpensive as possible, and it kind of shows. So I wrote some beefs down here on this laptop and I'm going to read some off to you. There is a strategy you can use to kind of cheat the mechanics of the game. If you over purchase units and you cannot place them because you're only allowed to place as many units as the number on the country that you own, because that's how much production value comes out of that country. I get it. I don't like it that much, but I get it. If you over purchase on purpose, play your turn out, you can then pick and choose what units get deployed because you were only ever going to deploy half the units anyways, then you get a refund. So there's a bit of a hole in the mechanics there. Over purchase units and then get refunded and pick strategically which units you've already purchased you want to keep. One more rule here that's really kind of messed up. If your capital is taken, your money gets taken away from you. Given to the person who captured your capital. If my money's gone in that very same round, I capture someone else's capital, I take their money. I now have money. I now have a factory because every capital has a factory, but the rule says I cannot build anything because I don't have my capital. For what? Moral support? I know if you capture a factory, you have to wait till the next turn to build out of it, and you can't build out of it, even though you have money and a factory that's active. You tell me that one. There's no point to the Russian Navy. Cannot build factories in this game. It won't let you. They're printed on the map. Russia has a navy for some reason, because the only factory that they have is in Caucasus, that's close to water. And if I build something in the Black Sea, according to the rules, Turkey shut off the Black Sea and you cannot go out of the Black Sea. But all of your navy is stuck because Turkey turned off the borders. The rule says Turkey turned off the seaway to get out of the Black Sea. So what's the point in even giving Russia a navy? You can't build anything. This is crazy. There's no way Russia can take Japan on its own. There is absolutely no way. I realize in normal gameplay you probably don't encounter Japan's capital. The main point is, because you cannot have a sea unit outside of the Black Sea, there is no factories that belong to Germany or Japan that are not their capitals. So if I were to take India back from Japan, Britain would get it back. I cannot have another factory to build more ships. If I take Germany, then I can build a ship and take Japan, but drives me nuts. First of all, the plastic pieces, the units, are not consistent with other Axis and Allies. All of these bombers are the same, and in other Axis and Allies they are different and are historically semi-accurate between each faction or team or country. Okay, the US did not have T-34s. They actually had a tank that was way crappier than T-34. So that's kind of a beef for me, is the inaccuracies. They have the same bombers and they have the same tanks. But the tanks are from Russia. These bombers look like they're from Britain or the US. I mean, it's not like they all just went with the same, so I don't know what's going on. One thing that I really hate about this game is you need Monopoly money for it. Like, they couldn't have given you bills or something like that. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. In the rules, it tells you to write it on a piece of paper, to have someone act as a treasurer, or to use Monopoly money. It basically says that. So, super cheaped out on that, in my opinion. There is way less units. Way less units here. The game is designed to play with less units, which is good, I guess, if they design the gameplay for how many units you have. But in my opinion, it kind of takes away from the gameplay because you end up with one or two soldiers protecting an entire side of a country. And I know these represent more than just one or two soldiers, I get it. But in the other Axis and Allies like Europe, It is loaded full of units, and it's awesome. You have more opportunities to strategically move units around and such. If you only have 2 units, what are you going to strategically do with that? I think that they should have made it so that there's more opportunity for more units. And we have chips. You don't need to give us a billion plastic pieces. This could have been fine, and we have a bunch of chips. So why did they gauge the rules for less units on the map? I don't know. I do like this version simply because it's going to hit way more homes and get people on the game. What I don't like about this version is how they kind of cheaped it a bit. I feel like profit margin was more in the works than actual gameplay. There could have been just minor things to make this thing go a lot further than it did. It still is fun. I'm going to give it around a 6. I have played a lot of Access and Allies, and this seems a little nerfed to me. If you want to see the complete rules of this, make sure you hit up the video for it. It's crazy. It does everything. Shows you every scenario, everything, complete rules. Yeah, make sure you check that out. Anyways, I've got other games to review, so make sure you come back, subscribe, like, favorite, comment, and we'll see you guys next time. Ciao.